From this to this. Minecraft has changed a lot over the years, and there are those who hate it and there are those who learn to adapt to it. However, one thing that Minecraft changed that most games don't is their music. Lots of people call it trash, even though it was composed well. So the composers get a lot of hate because of this. So why is this? Does it not fit Minecraft well? Was C418 just way better of a composer? Or is there another reason everyone prefers the old Minecraft music? I bring you the Minecraft music effect. Minecraft's original creator was C418, bringing in 12 music discs and a lot of songs, and he just so happens to be my favorite composer, though maybe not for the reasons you think, but more on that later. From 2009 to 2013, he created all the Minecraft soundtracks, and shortly after he created the first 12 music discs, leaving C418 as the only Minecraft composer for over 10 years. Before 2020 there was over 90 million average monthly players, and hundreds of millions of people had played when only C418 was in the game. C418 was the Minecraft music guy, and because of that, many consider him to be a big part of their childhood. Then after some licensing agreements in 2020, C418 no longer worked for Minecraft. And so it began. The end of the world. Or at least that's what everyone acted like. On June 23rd of 2020, the Nether update arrived. And though there were those who loved it, there was also a lot of people complaining about how it felt too much like modded Minecraft. But one thing in particular caught a lot of people's eyes. There was finally a new music disc called Pigstep by Lena Rain. There was a new Minecraft composer, and people were not having it. In 2022, 3 tracks were added by Lena Rain to the Minecraft soundtrack, and in 2021, 10 tracks were added along with the new artist Kumi Tanioka. And like I said, people were not happy calling these songs not Minecrafty enough, or just simply saying that the songs are bad. But if you fast forward to today, it's one of most people's favorites. Now, since this problem has to deal with psychological things such as nostalgia or simply just people preferring originals, I decided to do some research and figure out why this happens. Now, this problem was hard to find good resources for because all the solutions I kept finding to this problem were on Reddit, or simply just explanations that I was looking for that weren't anywhere else were also just on Reddit or other sources that were not reliable. Now, it's obvious that if people remember something from the past fondly, then they're going to gravitate towards that being a better thing, or at least have a preference towards it. So I did a poll where almost 2/3 of people said that they think that life was better in the past. Now, a large portion of my audience is from age 18 to 30, which is around the age you could say you grew up with Minecraft. In an article in the New York Times called Romanticizing the Past, it says it's also evidence of a cognitive tendency we share to selectively remember the past as better than it was, especially when the present doesn't feel so good. So think about it like this. Think back to your first world with your friends where you just lived in wooden boxes. Life was simple, right? Or maybe you remember the PvP servers you used to play on. Even the death screen gives you nostalgia now. Some of you might say that Minecraft was better then, but that doesn't line up because you can still do those things now. Being that my audience and Minecraft's audience is growing up, life gets more stressful, and so why wouldn't they think things are better in the past? But what if you said things are better now, but you still like the things in the past? Later in the article it says memories associated with negative emotions fade more quickly than those associated with positive emotions. And so that means even though when you try to think about life now and think about it being better than it was before, you're more likely than not to remember better things from the past. And this is ultimately why nostalgia exists. And so that's the first reason why people might think things are better just because they were in the past. Next I want to talk about anchoring bias. TheDecisionLab.com defines this as a cognitive bias that causes us to rely heavily on the first piece of information we are given about a topic. We can see this with about every movie that we watch, whether it be Star Wars, Batman, or Spider-Man. We all tend to go for the one that we first saw and claim that it's better, and the primacy effect tells us that we remember it better, so that could be another reason that this happens. Logically, the only reason you would say a song is better is if it's composed better or if you like the melody more. But there's good melodies and good composition in both the new and old. So let's take a step back and look at it all. So for the first 10 years there's one Minecraft composer, C418, and hundreds of millions of people played in this time. So for most people, this was their introduction to Minecraft music. The game is also over 15 years old, so people have grown up, and so now their life's filled with more stress than it was back then. It wouldn't matter even if C418 was to compose again for them, it wouldn't feel the same to them. But wait, like I said, people are starting to like things like Pigstep. So why is it changing? The answer is simple. Pigstep's been out for a couple years now, so people stop thinking of it as new. And now that the bias has had time to settle, people start looking at the song more objectively, or at least in a way where they're allowing themselves to enjoy it. So how should we think differently now that we know all this? Now I think this is something that has applications throughout all of our lives. Whether it's entertainment, moving, or starting school, there's always going to be something that changes. And though it is good to have those nice memories that you look back to, it's not good to let those hold you back from making new good memories. Just let yourself enjoy the changes instead of immediately critiquing it and hating on it. Obviously you can have preferences. For instance, like I said earlier, I like C418 as a producer slightly better. But that's just because I like the percussives and the string elements, but not when it's too strong. It's just a preference. But if you have those preferences, what you can't do is let it make you think the other things are just inherently worse. And so, I'm calling this the Minecraft music effect. So what in your life has this effect on you? And do you think it makes a positive or a worse change? Because it can literally be anywhere. Your first day of school, your first day at your new job, maybe it's new games coming out or different movies. Whatever it is, I challenge you to look at it and think, am I really being fair in this, or am I really just sticking to my biases? Maybe you'll find you enjoy things more than you thought you did. But for now, that's all I have for you, and thank you for watching, and I don't know, I guess I should give a thanks to Chick Dubs for being top supporter still. Appreciate it, and yeah, without further ado, adios, peoples.